Hey guys, Big Kickassreaction here, and we are back with some more Batman the Animated Series. We're finishing Season 1. Oh yes, we're doing 61 to 65 in this set, and this gigantic season is finally wrapping up, which is going to be pretty cool. I think quick message to the patrons of the channel right now. Obviously you guys have got 56 to 60 already this month. I think I'm going to try and do up to Season 2, Episode 5 for the month of May. I know we're already a little bit into it, but I want to get this up. Obviously, this video will be up. After Season 1's done, we have a movie, which I think is called Mask of the Phantasm, or the Phantasm, something like that, which I also want to get up this month, and I want to try and get the start of Season 2 up. That's kind of my goal for the month of May, for this, because I have a lot of other stuff to do. I want to get at least 4 episodes up of Invincible this month, which would count the or up to episode 4 of Season 2, which is 4 episodes including the Atom Eve special, which is next for that. I have 10 episodes of Gurren to do, and I want to start Killer Kill on the channel as well. To go up as well, which is obviously a lot. And then there is also Gunbuster and Diebuster, which I want to try as well. That stuff, at least those two should be up before this even goes up on YouTube. So it's just a bit of an update for what's probably going to come up of Batman this month, because I do have a lot of other stuff I want to try and do for this month in general. So after this video, probably 2 more. Again, if I can go more, I might stretch for 1 more, maybe on the very last day of May, which might be pushing it a bit for how long you get to watch this. But yeah, that's kind of just my goal right there. But yeah, we're ending Season 1 today, which is pretty cool. At this point, there's not too much I'm really hoping for in this season that's really left. One more adventure with Joker would be nice. One more sus with that. It'd be cool to get some Harley-Joker chemistry and dynamic going on, since, again, there hasn't been too much focus on the two as a duo in the story so far. In fact, we even got an Ivy-Harley episode, which I'm still shocked that happened this early into Harley's, conception, really. Which is, again, really funny to think about. They had such strong faith in those two being a classic duo so early on, which is funny. Rather not see Penguin. He's had a lot of time recently, and to be fair, I am liking Penguin more as time goes on, because, he's getting a little bit better, but I feel like he's had his time to shine in Season 1. Two-Face could use some more screen time. I really like to see Two-Face again. I'm half convinced, honestly, the writers have just forgotten Clayface was even introduced in the series at this point. It's been that goddamn long since he was shown. And I wouldn't even care about that so much if it didn't show at the very end that he got away. He's out. He's a free man. If he was stuck in Arkham like Mr. Freeze, I wouldn't really care too much, but no, he's still out there, so that's the weirdest thing about that, But yeah, that's kind of just the main stuff, we could, in this fashion, we could still introduce some more people. I'm still honestly surprised they were introducing more characters and villains, in the 50s, so I mean, one more set, there's multiple seasons of the show technically, so I guess they could introduce someone new again. But, yeah, not really too much I'm overall expecting or really hoping for. I've got a majority of my stuff that I've wanted in the show already. The other thing, I guess the main thing, is a proper, continuous, villain team up to get against Batman. There hasn't been too much of that. Harley and Ivy are really like the big taste we've had of that in the show so far. The episode where they're telling stories, wasn't a team up against Batman. It was more just a combination of mini kind of stories that played into the Joker's one at the very end. But to be fair to that one, we got a lot of chemistry between the villains and how they interact, which was what made that episode really the star for me. Wasn't really what they did with Joker, but it was just seeing them all interact together, which was fun. And then the reveal of Batman being Croc was really great. Other than that, obviously, it's just been the Doctor Strange episode. So the thing I'm really hoping for is, get them together. It doesn't even have to be everyone, you just give me, I don't know, Joker, Two-Face, honestly, yeah, Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, just genuinely together teaming up to take on Batman in a proper episode would be pretty great. It doesn't have to even include Harley or anything. Just give me something like that, and I'd be satisfied, But obviously, there's other stuff in there. I really want to Surprisingly, I really want to see more of Joker and Two-Face because it feels like they kind of have the dynamic that Bruce and Harvey had before. I think it's been a while, but I think Bruce's nickname for Harvey was actually Harv, which is the same nickname that Joker calls Two-Face now, which is funny. So if Harvey and Bruce has that dynamic, and that very same kind of dynamic played into Two-Face having it with Joker, that would be one of the greatest like parallels and dynamics I think the show could have ever done. Like that would be so funny. The good Harvey, you know, has his thing with Bruce, and the villain Two-Face has the exact same kind of chemistry and relationship with Joker. That would be like, oh, that'd be peak. That would boost Two-Face so much to me. That'd be so cool. You know, but yeah. Anyway, guys, you know, Jesus, this intro went a little bit longer than I expected to. But anyway, obviously, season 1, we have 5 episodes to go. I know what we're gonna pull this time. But anyway, let's begin it in 3, 2, 1, and play. Shadow of the Bat. And we have a female figure. Interesting. Dude, would we, Shadow of the Bat, dude. Could we get Batwoman at this point? That'd be so fucking hype. I know they introduced Barbara, I think, twice at this point. That'd be so hype. I was thinking last time she showed up when Gordon got sick, it might be time, but that'd be so. That would be so hype. Now that's something I actually want and something I'm really excited for, because we had Robin's origin, which was nice. I really feel like we're gonna get her in this show at some point. That's so hype.
Boss, you shouldn't sneak up on guys like that.
Just get this stuff loaded.
And this guy.
Never liked this place.
And there's Gordon.
This is the police. We have you surrounded. Come out with your hands up.
I can't be seen here. Hold him off.
Oh, has he got like a kingpin thing where he's like a regular citizen who's seen as good? But he's actually like the crime lord. Not kingpin level, but one of the crime lords of Gotham.
That's right, nice and easy.
And obviously, snitches. Like you don't snitch in this kind of business. Ever. Yeah. Damn, that's like the most like... That's the most, like, head-on sound of a gun I think we've seen in the show so far.
You.
What did you think it was gonna be?
If I gotta go down, I'm taking you with me.
I don't think they've used that sound for the gun before, but it's such a classic sound for a gun. Which is why it kind of stands out right now. That's like blatant gun shit.
Careful, Gil.
Don't make this hard on yourself, Thorn. Step out where we can see you.
Not even if I could, Flatfoot.
Oh, I guess he doesn't have a purse. I don't know. Now, that line about can't be seen was just kind of weird then.
Don't you just love it when he gives them to you gift wrap?
Yeah.
The Deputy Commissioner, Gil Mason, who last night was instrumental in capturing Rupert Thorne.
Mason attributed the incriminating evidence against Thorne to a mysterious informant.
And the Commissioner and I won't rest until every crime kingpin, hustler, and two-bit crook is off the streets.
Okay, bro, chill out.
Eyes changing channels so fast, Master Bruce. Not to mention your attention span. One would think the fall of Rupert Thorne would bring a smile even to your face.
I'd love to know who this mysterious informant is. This is the third gang lord Mason's brought down in as many months.
Yes, it's quite alarming.
Dude, if it's actually
If this
Barbara,
continues,
that
they
would
might
be
even force
insane.
you taking a vacation.
I know. That's kind of like the obvious hint to like imply when you show like the female figure, and there she is. There she literally is. So we are getting like, maybe not like the tights just yet, but this is like the origin of Batgirl, I'm assuming.
You know, Dad, if you and Gil keep nailing bad guys like this,
Kind of insane she'd be that good, honestly,
people
without
will
any
start
formal
thinking you
training.
two are Batman and Robin.
What can I say? Gil is a godsend. And he's not bad looking either.
Wow.
Dad,
It's really
I
that.
just got you to stop treating me like a kid.
Damn,
Now
yeah.
You're trying to marry me off.
It's that time where Daddy
Don't
stopped
think I
being
didn't
so
see you two at that
overprotective.
fundraiser last week. Thick as thieves you were. Mr. Mason, you must be psychic. We were just talking about you. Come in, come in.
Hey, Gil, what's doing?
Another tip on a case?
Believe me, Jim, I don't want to be here, but I thought it would be best coming from me.
What is it? What's wrong?
James Gordon, I have a warrant for your arrest.
What?
Right?
On what charges?
Yeah.
Accepting bribes.
You can't be serious.
Oh, wow. That's
The
sus.
department has reason to believe that you've been taking money from Rupert Thorne for years.
What? Dad's never taken a bribe in his life.
Alright, so Barbara's not the informant, but this is going to be how she plays into taking the crime into her own hands. Or taking the law into her own hands. And then she's gonna be pseudo Batwoman at the moment.
Don't worry, Barbara. It's all a mistake. You'll see.
Commissioner, do you have a statement for us? What about this?
I'm sorry, Barbara. I really am.
Yeah, you are never getting laid at this point.
Commissioner Gordon, just a statement, sir. What about these corruption charges against you, sir? Is there anything you have to say? Mr. Gordon, you have something
Yeah.
to say?
And obviously because this isn't the first time she's just said fuck the law and done this herself either. Had the whole robot saga, which was pretty fun.
We'll see about this.
Oh yeah. Alfred! My tights!
But you're the DA, Janet. You've worked with my father. There must be something you can...
The evidence is solid, Barbara. Money deposited to your father's name in laundered accounts. Witnesses who swear they saw him take bribes.
That's not sufficient cause to deny him bail.
True, but we also found deposit receipts for a South American bank. We have to consider him a flight risk.
This is crazy. My father would never...
Maybe you don't know your father as well as you think.
Damn!
Maybe none of us do.
And maybe he's not gonna know you as well as he thinks later on. Yeah?
Don't you believe a kid? Your pop's the best there is. That's why the department's putting on a rally for him.
That'd be fucking nuts,
Harvey,
actually,
that's
if
a
he
wonderful
knows she's Batwoman when she becomes
Shouldn't say it was
Batwoman.
mine.
Just because I have a job to do doesn't mean I'm not on your side. I'm going to see Jim Gordon gets all the public support we can muster.
All the top cops will be there, including yours truly. So don't worry, you pretty little head.
That's nice.
Should be quite a show.
Yes. And I know someone who'd be a real showstopper. If I can get him.
Yep. You two have barely ever met and you are trying so hard. I love it. It's even better when you get in this case because, like, the thing that's really hyping me up about, Batwoman beyond anything else is that, you know, certain people's origins have just kind of been skipped over for the most part. And they begin the series already what they are, you know. Selena was already Catwoman when she was introduced. Robin was, or Dick was already Robin, and we got his backstory, which was nice, but, you know, we didn't see it in real time. And Joker and Batman's dynamic has already been skipped over as well. So, you know, that's another one that's kind of gone. And Harley's also been skipped over. So what makes this one more unique is that she is like the first one we're kind of seeing, the big one on like the hero side that we're potentially seeing in real time, and that's what makes it, you know, more hype than I say some of the other stuff. Also, I know I'm saying it a lot for Batwoman, but I actually Anyone who knows this, feel free to answer this. How well known was Batwoman at this point when the show came out? Because I know that the original issue for Batman introduced Robin, Batman, and the Joker. I think it introduced Gordon as well. I don't know when Batwoman was introduced as a character. If she has comic origin, or if she's actually a show origin as well. Like, the big one is always Harley, but I don't know if Batwoman was the first in the animated series either. Barbara Gordon might have been in the comics, but I don't know how prevalent Batwoman was. So, you know, if you know that, please answer. Damn, that was no sound at all. And again. And then you just fucking fire off the grappling hook and it's so loud.
I was wondering when you'd get around to me.
I gotta look at the evidence.
Well, that's new.
Deposit receipts were perfect forgeries, dated months ago. Doesn't look like Thorne's handiwork.
Then who?
Word on the street is a new syndicate is moving in. Could be a connection. I'll check it out. Anything you need?
Yes. Check on Barbara. Keep her out of this.
Like I said, if he finds out
You have to come to the rally.
she's the bat,
The public respects you.
one of the bats,
If
that'd
they
be sick.
see you there, they'll know Dad's innocent.
Sorry, but there's more to this than a simple frame-up. And I'm not gonna find out by appearing at rallies.
But don't you see?
The best thing you can do for him is to keep out of it. The people behind this are dangerous.
Well, she's not the first, like, young, spitting, spamming
Don't try
person that
this
you've
at
allowed
home.
in this operation.
Sorry, Batman. You being at the rally could decide if Dad goes free. So you'll be there. One way or another.
And I very much would like to see how you intend on doing that. Oh, I'm so hyped! This is so cool! I'm really liking this! I wouldn't think I'd care about this character as much as I do, surprisingly. It's Two-Face, half of it's like luxurious, the other half really shitty.
You called me,
I can even see the hair.
The rally's tomorrow night.
Let's go! We're also getting another Two-Face episode. Let's go! And Buckatooth here.
Will you at least wear a transceiver? I can monitor from here in case they try to...
No, too easy to detect.
Hey, I didn't miss a Bogart festival in film class just to sit on my butt here while you hit the streets. There has to be something I can do.
Fair.
Do you make public appearances?
You don't have the cred that Batman does, but... Well... God, I don't... Can you really fit that build? Like,
Gordon has done for Gotham City, the least the city can do for him is grant him bail.
I know he dressed up as Bruce once, but I still call a little sus on that. Yo, there's such a big difference between Batman and Robin. And Robin doesn't have the street cred of Gotham that, Robin does.
That's him, all right.
I knew it. He knows Gordon's innocent.
Dude, there's no way. There is no way fucking Barbara put on a... Okay. See, now that the body looks oh my god.
Touchdown.
Where did you get a Batman costume, young woman? Actually, no, they sell merch of Batman, don't they? I remember that now.
And the crowd goes wild.
I like how it doesn't have the logo on it either. Yeah, there's no Bat logo. That's pretty funny. Oh, good lord, that's pretty insane. This is Barbara's theme, I'm assuming. Batwoman's theme. A lot more heroic than what we're used to. Upbeat.
What the?
Nice.
Wait!
A woman?
A girl?
Yeah. What is this insanity? Also, that cape ripped, like, so easily. And sadly, this makes you kind of easy to identify because the majority of the populace in Gotham are blondes. There's very few redheads.
The ladies with me, gents.
I'm sorry, you do not look threatening enough to say something like that.
You're lucky you didn't get killed.
Come on, they're getting away.
This is nuts.
Oh! Ow. It's just a regular thug. Ouch! Sadly, since it's just a costume, you don't have that precious utility belt.
Great, she's gone too. Funny, I don't remember a Batgirl in our little club.
All Gotham is talking about the mysterious Batgirl who foiled.
So it's Batgirl, not Batwoman.
Acting Commissioner Gil Mason.
Noted.
Expanding membership in the crime-fighting club?
If I find out who she is, I'll... Hey, look at that.
What, that he bent down? He knew it was coming. Yeah, he knew it was coming before it happened.
Before he saw the guns.
Almost as though he expected it.
Yeah.
Batgirl. Sheesh. What's next? Weasel Woman?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and this girl cop, I thought it'd be more prominent in the show. But like never in any episode ever. Yeah. What's really cool is how she's doing this on her own. She has no help from Batman or even Robin, really. She's actually crime investigating, putting on the tights, and, well, she's not up to par with Robin or Batman. She's starting from ground zero with almost nothing, which is really cool.
You know those guys who shot at you? Well, I think I know who one of...
Hi.
Something wrong, Barbara?
I didn't know you had company.
Oh, no problem. My friend here was just leaving.
Oh, yeah, gotta run. Listen, I'll see you at the business meeting, Gil. Miss?
So, welcome to my...
Yeah, and if you want to be Batgirl, you gotta start practicing those reactions.
To see if you're okay. I was worried about you.
Hey, I appreciate that. I really do. Drink?
Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I was just on my way to see Dad. But I'm sure I'll catch you again.
It's like pseudo-confused, pseudo-suspicious.
Yeah, boss, like Batman, only a dame. She almost screwed up everything. Nah, don't worry, no one can hear me.
But he can read lips.
Right, boss, I'm heading back right now.
Please finish the game first. It's kind of a giveaway, really, this place, isn't it? Literally Two-Face themed.
What am I gonna do? If Gil's involved in this, there's nobody I can trust.
That looks actually pretty cool. It's almost like, it looks almost wolf-like.
And if Batman's not around...
Then Batgirl.
What do you
Do
think,
it.
Whoopi? Could use a little work, huh?
It appears we have a prowler. Who are you? What are you doing here? Matches Malone. Heard about a new mob. Thought I could make some more dough. Is that so? Well, you heard right. In fact, you can double your take on the jobs we're pulling. Assuming I let you live to join my gang.
Yeah.
Matches Malone, huh?
Harvey?
Never heard of you. But there's something about you that I don't like. Nothing I can put my finger on, but I trust my hunches. Kind of like second sight, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Good heads you live. Bad heads you don't. Simple, huh?
Well, fuck. You have the reaction time to have stopped that. And we got some, like, custom bat gear.
Batman can't help me? Fine. In that case, let's see what Batgirl can do.
Hey! She even had even added a symbol of her own. Nice. So we have the first true origin of the Batgirl now, which is pretty cool. You know, since Barbara was introduced, I suspected this because I did remember that Barbara was Batgirl in the Batman movie, Batman and Robin I did, so yeah, kind of for that reason I suspected this one. But obviously they gave a lot of emphasis on her being important at some point or another, you know, at some point in the show, given just how much screen time she's had previously. Every time she's been around, which is only 3 times at this point, she's had decent relevance in all of them. You know, the 2-part robot episode was the main one there, and I did know about the character of Batgirl anyway, so I probably would have put 2 and 2 together like that. I like to think I would have. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And we're finally getting this now, and Two-Face is involved, and we're going down all these routes, because you've got Robin, and then Two-Face, which is personally connected to Bruce, and all this sus, you know, and now Bruce/Batman/this random guy is in trouble. So yeah, a lot of good stuff going on here, and again, so I definitely like about Barbara, or I guess Batgirl at this point, is that, well, I suspect she'll probably make us, I guess, maybe an alliance with Batman at the end of this, you know. She's starting from nothing, you know, she has no involvement with Batman for the most part anyway. you know, he hasn't given her his approval or anything, nor has he given her any kind of gear or training. She's just doing this all out of makeshift custom crap that she has lying around. But she can actually get stuff done, which does separate her, obviously, from Bruce, who spent many, many years, you know, both building technology to be Batman and, you know, traveling around the world learning skills and all different kinds of, you know, all different kinds of ways to become Batman. And Robin took up, you know, Robin to receive direct training from Batman and with his approval at the end. And Barbara's just doing this because she can, which is very dangerous, don't get me wrong. Very dangerous, but also very cool, and what I like about her. So, this is fun. This is good. I'm liking this. You know, let's go on and see where the story continues, because we have a two-parter. Oh, yeah. Let's do it, baby. Episode 62. Okay, yeah, this episode did have the Bugs Bunny thing, so I'm assuming this is just when they started using that logo. Anyway, guys, episode 62, let's go. Shadow of the Bat Part 2, oh yeah! And of course, I want to see the official Batgirl, Batman appearance together. Will they learn each other's identities? I mean, Bruce could probably put 2 and 2 together, but will Barbara learn of Bruce Wayne and Robin? That's another big thing to learn here.
Where will you start? With Gil Mason. The videotape clearly shows that he ducked before those shots were fired. If he knew he was going to be shot at, he probably knows a lot more about what's going on.
Then he may know more than he's letting on about Commissioner Gordon's unfortunate situation.
I hope so, Alfred. Because if this lead fizzles, I'm fresh out of ideas.
Well, that would be, Bob. And there we go. Official, bat emblem and everything. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the problem. No training.
You again? Listen, under other circumstances, this could be fun, but I've got a job to do.
Don't flatter yourself.
Well, I don't have time to babysit amateurs, okay?
I may not have a diploma from crime fighting school, but I can do fine on my own, thanks.
What are you doing here anyway?
Same as you. We both suspect Mason of...
Mason here. You want to meet? Okay, where?
What's he saying? Shh. Dork.
South Gotham subway, the Old River entrance, in 1 hour. Right. I'm on my way.
Well, show's over. You can run along home now.
Wow, she's doing the cutesy act.
Okay.
Okay?
If you won't let me help you, what else can I do?
Good. You've got some sense after all.
Yeah, no,
Nice guy,
bro.
But a few bats short of a belfry.
The balls on this woman, though, exceed so many people. She has no idea what she's really doing, and yet she's still making stunts like that. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Holy crap. You're not Batman.
I guess the party started without me.
I like her Batgirl voice as well. It's pretty cool.
You sure you haven't seen him at the department?
I'd remember that face. Who is he?
In a few minutes, nobody's gonna care.
Cool.
Okay, you're done.
So that's it? You bring me all the way to South Gotham to ID some two-bit hood?
Don't get wise with me, Mason. Remember who got you set up as Gordon's assistant?
There was no face on that coin.
Right.
Harvey? How
Don't
dare
call
you?
me that. It's Two-Face to you, pretty
Yeah.
boy.
Okay. Two-Face, take it easy.
That kind of even questions how close Joker with him is either, because he calls him Harv. They have just respect for the cred they have. Oh my god, his teeth are white.
Take his place. In fact, they could be calling you commissioner by tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I'm stepping up the timetable. Too many people nosing around. This guy, that Batgirl, Chippy. I'm not taking any chances. My men will bust Gordon out of jail tonight. Then we'll dump him off Bayshore Wharf.
Hey, what's that? Hey, did you hear something?
We got company. Over there. Robin, look out! Robin. If he's Robin, that makes you
Batman! And you're gonna think Batman's identity is just some fucking nobody. You really gonna let Batman go? And now it's just Batman, Robin, and Batgirl.
Just whose side are you on?
You're right. If I hadn't let him take me by surprise.
Robin! I see you brought a date.
Me? I thought she was with you. She's got your taste in clothes. Speaking of which...
Yes. Am I glad to see you?
Do you mind?
Sorry.
Yeah, impressive build for sure. And Bruce doesn't undress in front of girls.
Chick too. I saw her.
The explosion probably took care of them. But just in case...
Oh, cool.
I don't know who you are or why you're doing this, but let's get one thing straight. It takes more than a costume and an attitude to do this work.
Look, I've got a reason for being here, so...
You've already fouled up once. Stay out of our way so it doesn't happen again.
No. What are you gonna do if she just says no?
I should have known it would be Two-Face. It's a perfect two-part plan. He consolidates the gangs while Mason takes over the police.
What he said about the commissioner. Will he?
You saw him flip his coin. It's judge, jury, and executioner.
I mean, you might as well go with them. There's literally no other way out.
Huh? Sounds like a train.
Hold on!
Nice.
Not bad. Maybe there's hope for you after all.
Worry about that later. Yeah. That's pretty hardcore.
Hurry, Batman!
Nice.
Great. Only how do we get to it?
Yeah, you
Carry a spare.
you left your grappling hook when you used it once, didn't you?
You first. Press here to send it back down to us.
Wait! Just in case you run into trouble up there.
Hey, that's pretty cool. It may be short-lived, but you genuinely feel like part of the team right now, which is fun. Quickly! Yeah, come on, if you're pulling it up, obviously they didn't get out.
If I ever get reinstated, Bullock, remind me to do something about the food in here.
Relax, Commish. We got the judge to reconsider bail, didn't we?
What the hell? You ate that thing backwards, you freak! Who eats the pizza with the bread side first? That did not look natural at all.
Come on, Commissioner. Rupert Thorne doesn't desert his friends. Thorne.
Get some keys down here! Never a blasted cop when you need one.
So what's the plan, boys? Yeah, there's already cracks in the glass.
I hope so.
Think we'll make it?
I hope so even more.
What do you think about the Commissioner's innocence now, Detective?
I don't know.
Come on, he has to be guilty.
Have you heard from
Hey,
Gordon?
any leads about his whereabouts?
Think he's left town? Come on,
Get out of my face, all of you.
Detective? Detective?
I can barely hear you, miss. The phone line must have been damaged by the explosion. Speak up.
I said Commissioner Gordon's in danger.
I still can't hear you. If you want the story on Gordon's breakout, come down here.
Breakout?
Yeah.
They've got him.
This is also a problem right now.
I've got an idea.
It's about time.
You can't really be thinking of starting the train back up, can you? I mean, fair's fair, it's better than nothing.
Where are we going?
We'll find out when we get there.
Cool. Nice.
Subways are getting more dangerous every day. You think they got the commissioner by now?
Most likely. We've got to get to Bayshore.
This is already almost over. That's insane.
I hate wet shoes.
Do we get a 3-parter? Maybe? That'd be kind of cool. Well, actually, that'd be very cool.
It's business, Jim. Nothing personal. Matter of fact, I respect you. I do. But a fella has to take his opportunities where he finds them. And with you out of the way, I'll be mayor inside of a year.
You're sick, Gil. A lot sicker than him. At least I can see his bad half.
Sorry, you.
Yeah, at least with Two-Face, it's genuinely a mental condition. Oh, you fucking freak.
You piece of scum. I may not be around to stop you, but I know someone who will.
I wouldn't count on it, Jim. There's been a recent decline in the bat population.
Actually, it's more like yeah, increase, my man. I like it's just custom shit she had lying around.
Batgirl, I presume.
Don't worry. I'll get you out of this. Somehow.
Miss me?
Whoa, that was kind of creepy.
I think you're safe now, sir.
Get him. Snuff the bat.
I like it. They really don't even want to do it. And he ain't even holding back on these guys. Oh my god.
You screwed up my plans for the last time, Batman.
Yeah. There's just one guy in the back doing nothing at all. Oh, that was him, of course.
No, you don't.
Almost forgot what was going on for a second, because Two-Face. You so rarely see the guy. Nice. Always comes back down to the dollar. Ow. Oh! Nice. Once again, the dollar has defeated
That's a
you.
first. A coin flips Two-Face.
Where's Batgirl?
Out there, on her own.
Oh, you idiot. I just doomed you both.
Really are. Barbara? I didn't know it was you.
Would it have made a difference, Gil?
Yeah, pretty much. Did the mask drop over the boat? Because if so, we got 3 other potatoes who might learn that identity.
Leave you here.
Like I said, it'd be cool if Gordon found out Barbara's identity. And how angry / proud / terrified he'd be. Oh, we're skipping over that.
I understand that Gil Mason is still in a coma.
Yes, but even so, he has been indicted.
So how does it feel to be behind your desk again?
A heck of a lot better than it felt being behind bars.
And what of the mysterious Batgirl? Who is she and where has she vanished to? Any thoughts?
As far as I'm concerned, she's as welcome in Gotham City as the Batman.
Look at that face!
Feel about that.
I suppose there's always room for one more. And I have a feeling we'll be seeing her again.
Okay.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
So they kind of left that one up to, I guess, interpretation on if you think they figured it out. Because they didn't directly show it, but there were signs that obviously they knew. Like, Bruce absolutely figured out Barbara was Batgirl there. I don't know about Gordon, though. He was kind of up there, because she gave that silly little look at the end. It's like, oh, maybe, I don't know, you know? So I don't know if Gordon and Robin know about Batgirl. You know, obviously Bruce figured it out, and Bruce would probably tell Robin anyway. And so, yeah, not quite sure there, but she didn't even say, it's like, well, you'll probably see Batgirl again very soon, so, you know, maybe as often as Robin, since we know that Barbara and Robin are both in college, I believe, was her backstory, which is why she's not around too often. So we might get some more duo episodes with those two. I gotta say though, you gotta give Batgirl an episode with Ivy, given that the episode where Harley and Ivy teamed up, she would not shut the hell up about how useless men are, and now that we have an official female superhero, you definitely gotta have an episode with that just to you know, put that together. She won't have an excuse to complain at that point, which would be pretty funny. But yeah, that was the origin of Batgirl in the animated universe, as well as the entire DC AU, I guess, at this point. Which is pretty fun. You know, I did enjoy Barbara quite a bit. Again, I can appreciate how, because she is Gordon's daughter, she does have a bit of, you know, formal training, not just picked up a few things on her own when it comes to the whole detective work thing, which is what makes her really work. Just absent the, you know, the gadgets and the, formal, you know, combat training that Robin and Bruce have, which, you know, puts her in a league below those two, but with the potential to actually be something of the equivalent of Robin and potentially Batman one day, which is going to be pretty fun. Even Bruce right there intentionally kind of, you know, nodding, nidge at, you know, at Batman giving his approval to Barbara, which is pretty cool. So the only thing I know for sure is that she does not know Bruce's identity as Batman yet, which, again, eventually at some point I'm going to assume that would happen, because it's almost ludicrous to think that Batgirl would never find out Batman's identity. So I'm very curious and very excited to see how that will go at some point in the future. And I am going to just say right off the bat, I think it's 100% guaranteed that will happen. Bruce as well. They kind of teased a little bit of like a bantery romance, maybe blossoming someday with Robin. You know, again, they're very close ages. I don't know the exact number, but they're both college students, obviously. Gordon's kind of already pushing his idea that, you know, Barbara should maybe get a man at some point, you know? Pushing Gil, which obviously would be sickening for him to think about now. But potentially, you know, I don't know where this would go at this point, because there's not enough to really go off of, but if they want to push a romance between those two, I think it fits. You know, I think it would fit. And obviously that'd be pretty funny. And yeah, really cool stuff, and I'm glad that you know, Harvey, you know, Big Bad Harv, Two-Face got his show again, which was nice to see, as that was one of the things I actually listed at the start. It's what I actually wanted. You know, I didn't even think about Batgirl at the beginning of this, but I'm really glad that actually did happen. It took up 2 episodes, and to be honest, I feel like not too much really happened in episode 2, because a lot of it was spent on the train and the flooding situation with Batman and Robin. But yeah, again, this is just an origin for her to really, you know, prove herself to what's going on. And again, they did kind of leave it, I guess, up to your own interpretation, at least for the origin on who actually knows Barbara is Batwoman. You know, the villain found out, which is that's a little sus. That's kind of the people you never want to know your identity, because they can spill it to however, you know. And obviously Gordon's already a target for pretty much everyone, which I guess is already a positive that wouldn't really affect too much. But obviously, you know, Barbara will now be a target in the crime scene as well if Gil wakes up and spills the beans, you know, so we'll see for that. But yeah, this is really fun. Like I said, I've been waiting for a little while now, since since she was introduced, of Batgirl being in the show, and we finally got that, and I'm happy about that now, because it was a fun origin. So yeah, really good stuff. Hopefully she comes back again in the animated series at some point. You know, this season she's probably done, but, you know, we got I think we've got 2 movies up ahead, and obviously 2 more seasons after this, so there's time. There's time. Anyway, guys, I'm going to do my cut, and when I do come back, we'll do episode 23. Well, we're quite a bit away from that now. 63 and 64, so I'll see you in a second. Alright, guys, we're back, so let's go on with episode 63. What does it say? Paging the crime doctor. Interesting. Very detailed card there for sure. So maybe someone new? Unless I'm forgetting someone, of course. Sounds new.
Emergency vehicle. Pull over and let him by.
Well, damn. And that's what happens when you try and be a nice person, right? Never again. Ever. One shot, and that's it. It appears to be knockout gas.
Get the box.
That's it.
What have we here, then? Burnt's a little too happy getting that box, to be honest.
Hey, man, did I call it or what? Only 2 guards, no cops for miles.
He's really running
It was
to
like
catch
no
up with a
sweat,
car.
right?
Huh? Whoa! The Batman!
Just once, I want to see an accurate hit and see how we deal with it. Yeah, it must be sussy being a driver in this case.
Hey, I can't see.
Just use memory then. It's all you got.
Chub, you okay?
Ah! No,
Interesting.
No, please, let me go!
Damn. Okay, medical prototype. It looks like a fucking laser out of Halo. Nice. You just beat the Batman.
It's history. Gotta be. Nobody could take that fall and live.
No one's that lucky.
No more fingerprints, Doc? Ever? Wow.
You think you iced the Batman?
And this guy again. Cool.
Not on your best day, Jake. I'd cover my back if I were you.
Yeah, someone already claimed that before.
Somebody you don't think you can push around?
Sure, you got your Two-Faces, your Jokers, your Penguins.
So what
There's
do I have
people
this
out there
unexpected pleasure
on your level.
I brought you some more equipment. The latest in medical technology. After all, nothing's too good for my brother, the crime doctor.
Oh, cool.
Great, a laser. For all that critical brain surgery I'll be doing on my distinguished patients.
Still, after all these years, still such contempt.
Now, why would I have contempt for the man who made me what I am today?
How would I know? I'm the fool who keeps giving you everything you want, even though you act like an ungrateful punk.
What I want is to be a real doctor, Rupert, with a respectable practice.
Is it my fault you lost your license?
I would have reported that bullet to the police, as I was supposed to. But no, you insisted.
You knew what I turned into before you took that slug.
Can't be a snitch, my man.
So for that, I get to spend the rest of my life like this?
I had much bigger plans, and you know it, you vulgar...
Don't you ever talk to me like that! Me, who gave up everything so you could...
Oh, yo! Bro had a heart attack. Oh, crap. Getting too old for this level of stress, huh? That's not good. Okay. Possible death? Thomas. Oh, wow.
It's just the flu, that's all. Keep him in bed a few days.
So Daddy's
He'll be
name
fine.
still lives on, at least.
Gracias, doctora. Muchas gracias.
This is Crime Alley.
Excuse me, I have another patient waiting.
Sí, doctora. Buenas noches.
Well, Bruce, what is it this time? Bruce! Just a minor concussion, probably from the fall. Here, take one of these every 4 hours. Though why I ever bother is beyond me. You never follow my instructions. Your father, God rest him, he called you stubborn from the day you were born. Always used to say you had a very hard head. He didn't know the half of it.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
Tomorrow night, I'll take another look. And stay in bed the whole day.
Well, that ain't happening.
Right. The tumor's pressing against the aorta, restricting the flow of blood into your heart.
Oh, but
Normally,
cancer.
these things are benign,
Damn.
easily removed. But we can't do it here.
I said no hospital. I got enemies who'd pay a fortune to make sure I don't come out.
Without the operation, you're a goner anyway.
I told you if you don't do it here, it won't get done.
Well, you better start...
Rupert, I'm in over my head.
You can get some
There must be
equipment from the
somebody
black
who can help
market,
you.
can't you?
No, they'd never work with me, not voluntarily.
Who is he, Matthew? I'll get him for you.
Yeah.
I'll send the boys.
I'll put a fortune
Matt,
on this.
Please. Remember what I promised you about your license.
Okay. But I'll go too. I have to face her myself. Her name is Tompkins. Leslie Tompkins.
Well, crap. So what's the history here? Batman's private doctor? Well, one of them. Alfred's kind of that as well when it's not too serious. I like how we're
The clinic is closed.
Leslie?
Unless this is an emergency.
Oh, but it is. Someone's in trouble. An old friend of yours.
I like how we're introducing more of Batman's, like, associates into the plot. Like his engineer, mechanic, and now his Dr. Leslie, which we've known for quite a while.
Get out, or so help me, I'll knock your brains across the street.
Sure you will. Now that takes me back. Remember when I took this? Big AMA mixer, graduation week at the Waldorf, remember? And they booked Benny Goodman?
Aww. Aww.
Matt Thorne? I'd heard things about you, Matt. The word was you were still practicing. Without a license. I heard other things, too. Looks like most of them are true. Now about this friend in trouble.
It's me. Because of what a certain patient of mine will do to me if I don't operate on him. But I can't do it
I think
alone.
this guy's got the same
He won't let
voice
me
as
check
Kurt
him into custody.
Connors.
So you want me to assist?
Spidey animated
Forget
series.
it.
Makes sense.
Look, there'll be a lot of money in it for you.
Yeah,
I
this
know
is the
what
same
kind of money
voice.
That is. Get out.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
No. Leave me alone.
How about the practice of just helping someone live? And I guess she doesn't feel bad if it's bad people, but still.
You can't do this.
Damn. Felt bad though. Despite being the brother of a big crime boss, he genuinely doesn't even want to do this.
Familiar.
Who's that?
The guy who pushed me off the bridge. He's one of Rupert Thorne's men. Take a look.
I can't write Rupert's name down since he is coming up a bit more now.
Rose Commercial Laundry.
One of Thorne's legitimate businesses.
Rose Thorne, of course. How clever in a prosaic sort of way.
But what would Thorne want with a surgical laser?
It's a chance at a decent life again, Leslie. That's why.
And you believe him?
Of course. He's got a lot of important friends. Judges, politicians, the medical society. If Rupert says he can get me my license back...
I meant, do you believe he will?
Of course. He's my brother.
Yeah, but he's in for #1. And if you have a license again, you're a little too busy to be his personal medic, aren't you?
Not just yet.
No bed rest, but not even going in the suit, which is funny. You telling me you ain't got a spare mask or anything?
My two best friends. Love Matt?
My word, sir. That's your father and Dr. Tompkins.
Do you know Matt, Alfred?
40 years ago, but I never saw this before. Any idea who Matt is?
Yes, I believe your father mentioned him. One of their colleagues in medical school. Very close friends they all were. Called themselves the Three Musketeers, in fact.
Of course.
Matthew Thorne? As in Rupert Thorne? 2 medical connections to a Thorne in 24 hours. I doubt that's a coincidence.
This is some serious stuff, though. Cutting tumors out and whatnot.
I owe everything to you, Leslie.
No easy
don't know
gig.
how I can repay you. Leslie. Leslie.
Good work, Doc. Me and the boys will take it from here. With the old lady, I mean.
Thank you, Tony, but I'd rather see Dr. Tompkins home myself.
Oh, we're not
Sorry,
talking about
Doc,
taking
you
her
don't
home.
Understand. We can't let her talk about this place, see?
Yeah.
Before he went under, Mr. Thorne said to us, when it's over, make sure you shut her up.
You really could have just blindfolded her so she had no idea where you were, and that would have been that. Like, police already know about, you know, Rupert and he's a bad guy and whatnot, but a secret medical center's not even that surprising. What boss, what, like, kingpin boss wouldn't have one, honestly? Yep, and right on a concussion as well. Oh! This is not a good day to be the Bat.
She's gotta go, Doc. And Mr. Thorne said not to let you interfere. If you do, the deal's off.
Okay, okay. But we'll do it my way. Quickly and without pain.
The thing is, I know this voice from Kirk, but it doesn't even feel like it really fits this guy's design, honestly. He sounds too young.
I'll give her an injection.
That's not what the boss ordered.
It'll be cleaner this way. It'll look like she had a heart attack.
Nice. One hell of a laser, though, for sure. And this is for medical use? Mine. What did he do? Break his arm? Don't leave the laser, you fool!
Of course. That's for me, isn't it? My payment for services rendered? You're no better than your brother.
I'm sorry, Leslie. I don't have any choice.
Oh. So you didn't fill the syringe up all the way, so I was wondering if it was just gonna, like, if he put just enough in to slow our heart down but not kill her outright, to make it look like it was
just a sedative.
Okay, and it was not even
I've got to get you out of here.
a thing.
Come on, this way.
What about your brother? Your license?
Forget it. It's not worth someone's life.
Now you're talking like a doctor.
Now you're on the path of redemption, my man, and maybe, just maybe, you two can be friends and possibly more.
Joe! Jake!
This way.
Ah, you just had to go that way.
Not going anywhere. They're headed for the roof.
I appreciate the at least attempt at blocking out the gas, even if it doesn't work. Oh, but it did! Nice! That's not too hard, but for your ages, maybe. Oh, okay, it's much worse than I thought.
Come on.
I can't.
Are you fucking crazy?
Hurry! Don't, please!
Nice.
I can't hold on.
No! Still in the tights, eh?
I thought I told you to take the day off.
Yep. But boy, am I glad you didn't.
Visitor Thorne.
What? Oh.
Bruce Wayne, Dr. Thorne. Thomas Wayne's son. Did you get my letter?
Yes. Thomas Wayne.
I told you I can help you with your legal costs. Maybe even put in a good word with the judge.
Yes, but what do you get out of it?
Well, there is something you can do for me.
I knew it. I knew there'd be a catch. Sorry, Mr. Wayne. Matthew Thorne is no
You could
longer
just
for sale.
tell him who you are, what you meant to his parents.
I'm not looking for any illegal favors.
What then?
Something you know. Something only you can give me. Tell me about my father.
Hey. Nice. That's a very heartwarming smile. And that's something he'll proudly give to the man that's done a lot for the world. That's very nice. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense given that, you know, Alfred's his only real connection to his family and Leslie, of course, and now it makes sense that Bruce would look for pretty much any kind of perspective on his parents that he wouldn't have had from other people, you know, which is pretty cool. Especially since he apparently didn't even know about Matt whatsoever. Even Alfred surprisingly didn't know about Matt. To be fair, we don't know the exact history of Alfred's relationship with the Waynes, but I just kind of would have assumed that, you know, given the age he is now, I assumed he'd been probably a very young butler for them at the time, you know. But it makes sense. It makes sense why this happened, and it was very cool to see that. You know, I do like how, despite the fact that Bruce has moved on, he still would look for any chance to have a perspective of his parents, which is really nice to see. And of course, this guy, being a very good person, would take that, which is cool. So one of the most heartwarming endings of the series, of the show, which is really fun, and of course I like it. Like I said, I do like how, even though we're this far into the show, we can still get more insight and more backstory and lore on the Waynes overall. You know, apparently they were in medical school, which I don't remember if that's been said before, but yeah, given those the kind of people that they are, they would be proud of good old Bruce. You know, they way to help people, and hey, they've even still got some locations still open, albeit it is in Crime Alley, but that's the place that probably needs it the most, to be honest. But no, really fun episode. That was really cool to see. The laser wasn't really explained, or really even, it was kind of forgotten about at the end, which was kind of interesting. But of course, good old Rupert Thorne did get his surgery, did get his stuff, so he's still going to be around for later episodes. And like I said, I do like how not many cases have popped up yet, but that we are getting more and more of Bruce's associates being tangled into some of these plots right here with the villains, you know, due to their special operatives. You know, his mechanic was for the Penguin in the Batmobile episode, and now Leslie and her medical knowledge in this one for Thorne, the Kingpin. I don't want to say that because he's like nowhere near Kingpin's level, but it's kind of what it just is for Gotham. He's the Kingpin. So yeah, that was a fun episode. Like I said, not really too much to honestly say about it. Again, it was nice to see Leslie again. She's not a character that I think about very often, but she is a character I appreciate coming back when she does, because, like I said, she's really fun, and she's nice to see. Very, very wholesome character in this kind of show. So yeah, we have 2 to go, and although we did have 1 already, I guess this is our final chance to see if we get another 2-parter before the season concludes. I haven't been keeping track of how many we've had, but it's been more than I was expecting, to be honest. So let's find out. Do we get a 2-parter or not? It's fine if we don't. But yeah. So guys, episode 64 of The Batman will commence in 3, 2, 1, and play. I really thought they'd forgotten about you. And to be fair, it's with this order, and it's like they almost did, to be honest. I swear, I think that was like episode 19. I think Mr. Freeze at the ending of that one, but I think it was like episode 19 that Clayface was brought in. ever introduced. And yeah, episode 64 is his reappearance. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't even be surprised if Bruce completely forgot about him and didn't even remember who he was at this point, honestly. But we have Mudslide. It's about time. And to think it's not even the season finale. It might be, though. It might be a second two-parter with him.
I'm gonna check the parking lot, Billy. Try to stay awake, huh?
Hey, it's not past my bedtime, old man.
Nice. And yep, the shapeshifter dynamic, which is cool.
Whoa! I didn't hear you come back.
Sorry, I forgot to check Mr. Tarnower's office. I better do that now.
I wonder how good he's gotten controlling his faces. His bodies and disguises. Given that they described it like a muscle, you could train that. Okay, so still not very long. Yeah, kind of weird. Kind of funky.
What in the name of...
Looks like a slow night, Alfred. When I finish patrolling this area, I'm heading home.
Excellent timing, Master Bruce. I've just taken dinner out of the oven.
Well,
looks like trouble at
better put it in the microwave.
Alfred. I won't be home early after all.
Oh, that looks nice.
Your goose is cooked.
Nice, nice line. Oh, that looks delish. Oh, I'm hungry now. That's kind of sad when you think about it. How long does Alfred just spend alone in the mansion day in, day out and eat on his own? He had a girl before. Like, get that girl back and invite her to dinner.
Now! Do it, man! I'm caught!
Yeah, but bullets don't really do shit.
Mr. Tarnower?
What'd you expect? Batman? You should be downstairs guarding the door. What do I pay you for?
Yes, sir. Sorry. I thought... Hey, what happened to your accent? And aren't you supposed to be in Hawaii?
Wow. How dare you use logic?
Batman! Thank goodness you're here. I caught a thief.
I know that mud. Yeah. Ugh. Actually leaves like ooze trails. Long time no see, Batman. Seriously? You can't just behead him first? That's so gruesome. Oh, was it the sun heating him up and freezing? No, I guess it's just light as well, because it's clay. You can't be out in light too much.
Hagen, I offered to help you become human again. The offer still stands.
Hey.
I need your help, Batman.
I like that.
Have it your way.
Like I said, he's always trying to help them do better, and it's really sweet, even in cases like this. He's helpless and almost tried to kill him, but He's going. He's still offering.
You used to be faster, Hagen. Not to mention neater.
This is pitiful, unfortunately.
Matthew, get in.
What the hell? He has an accomplice now? Oh my god, literally mold him into a person. That's... Oh man. It's weird.
There. It's gonna be all right, Matthew. I'll fix everything. Don't you worry. It'll be all right. I'll take care of you. I won't let anything happen to you.
That's so freaky.
It's okay now, Matthew. Sleep, my darling.
Am I correct in assuming the metamorphic Mr. Hagen is back in town, sir?
Yeah.
Back, but not for long, I'd guess.
It's been quite a while.
It seems that Clayface is losing his integrity.
I wasn't aware that he ever had any to begin with.
I'm speaking in a physiological sense, Alfred. Based on destructive ultrasonic analysis of the sample, the molecular bonding of his clay flesh is breaking down. He's falling apart, literally.
So this is a all or nothing episode then, since he's about to die.
Whatever medical process he's using to keep himself together must cost a fortune, which is why he's committing robberies. And that woman helping him, what's her stake in this?
Money and keeping a person alive and love.
The surgery was a success, Eric. I mean, Senator Chandler.
Oh, darling, how wonderful. Let's get married right away.
So you're in love with the man he used to be? Famous movie star, all that good stuff?
Susan, wait.
It's like you fell in love with his character, not him. All that cheesy crap. Nice Warner Bros. Logo. Oh my god. They use Bugs Bunny and they actually put their own fucking direct logo in the episode. Like, wow.
That's not me anymore.
Bro, that shit's expensive.
I'm sorry, Matthew. I didn't think you'd be awake yet.
I don't know if I could stand this much longer. Trapped in this suit, surviving on chemicals. It's a nightmare.
Maybe you'll get desperate enough to take help from an enemy.
I'm sorry. I know I owe everything to you. You cured more than my body. You cured my heart.
I have something to show you, Matthew. Something new.
Okay.
Now watch.
Nice.
How did How'd you do that?
A new isotope. MP40, an experimental mutagenic adaptogen. I believe it can restore, maybe even increase your powers, perhaps permanently. You can become Matt Hagen again, forever.
Where can we get this stuff?
Well, that's a problem. The only large source is Wayne Biomedical Lab.
Of course it's Wayne!
There, and it will be well protected.
It's always Wayne.
Maybe, but not from Clayface.
No, Matthew, it's too risky. Without the suit, your structural integrity could go at any time.
It's worth the risk.
It's literally life or death either way, so, you know. Tis what it is. This is no life to live.
Anything interesting yet, Alfred?
It appears his past dealings with women
Nice.
have nothing to do with medicine, sir. No record so far of any female doctors.
Keep looking. If we find her, we find
Jesus, why'd you pick up all that?
Let's cut to the chase. The MP40, where is it?
I like it. No playing around, no games or illusions, just, bro, I'm here. You don't want to die. Let's just do this. I can appreciate a villain that on the nose.
A monster! There's a monster in the lab!
Okay, just take it easy. We'll handle it.
I caught you. Oh, if only you knew that old Bruce was Batman. Maybe you would have taken his help at that point.
Look at that lady, Mommy. She's got mud all over her.
A little more literal than anything else. Bro, just hide away in the bathroom if that's gonna happen. He smells too.
That's it, run. Run for your measly lives.
Nice. Hey, Batman.
You're dead meat, Batman. No room to dodge. I got you cold.
Other way around, Hagen.
Yep. Bro's so hard to catch when there's nothing lethal on him at all. That keep him from fulminant? No. He's another kind of villain that's very easy to sympathize with Mr. Freeze because his life is literally on the line. He's not even really robbing just to, you know, for regular thug stuff. It's literally his only source of
There's nothing here about
life.
women doctors, Master Bruce. The ladies Mr. Hagen knew were generally of a less
Intellect.
Intellectual class?
We're missing something.
I can't imagine what. Closest thing Hagen had to a relationship with a doctor was in the film Dark Interlude. In it, he plays Eric Chandler, a senator who falls in love with a plastic surgeon.
Oh my god, you actually made Alfred watch all that crap too?
There never is.
I can feel it.
If this doesn't work though... keep in mind this was experimental, she said. Oh damn.
Batman! No! Turn it back on!
We're so close. So close. I almost felt like Matt Hagen again. How'd you find us?
I've realized you must have used a medical consultant on some of your films. I found Dr. Bates's name in an old film log. Dr. Bates had once owned a motel, but sold it to get money for this, I expect. This was the address the bank had in its files. It's over, Hagen.
Genius
The lab boys can take
detective.
it from here.
Ah, god damn it.
You've upstaged me for the last time, Batman.
Yeah, I ain't falling for that shit again.
Time to bring down the curtain.
Nice.
Time for your final bow, Batman.
Matthew, no! You can't!
Resilient little bugger, isn't he? Oh, that's creepy, but that's so cool.
Please, stop it!
Think, Stella. Do you want that Hagen? Or this?
No.
No, you don't.
You just gonna shovel your clay all into him?
Almost. I can feel his heart slowing. Slowing.
Try to go through the mouth? Oh, nice. Fair try, but if you just get the grappling hook off him, you do that again. Don't give up on something just because it doesn't work the first time. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the lightning was about to strike him.
You're absorbing the rain! Matthew!
No! We finished this now!
Oh dear me.
Save him, Batman! Please!
Come on, Hagen. Pull yourself together.
Too late. Curtains going
Well, crap. And that's GG. That's GG. That... Oh, they didn't even tease him coming back or anything, so I guess that was like a true character death right there. And we are back. So that was a very unexpected episode at this point, I cannot lie. As I said, I almost was at the point to where I was considering that the writers just straight up forgot Clayface had even appeared in the show at this point. It's been around 45 episodes at least since that happened, and yeah, that's pretty crazy. So I'm really curious how this villain actually worked for the most part in the Batman universe, because, yeah, going down the angle that over time his body cannot literally be sustained. It's, you know, it literally melts down over time and has to suffer through, you know, copious amounts of remodeling surgeries just to keep him as a solid mass. Really curious how many plot points and stories and whatnot they can play into. You know, because I think he is part of the team up stuff. Because I know little things here and there about the Lego Batman game, and I believe I remember seeing a Lego Clayface model back in the day. But that might just be me trying to connect things together that aren't actually there. I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, I guess it does make sense why this character's used so so rarely, if his main kind of gimmick is that he literally cannot survive in this clay form anymore, and is reaching a point of desperation to where, you know, the time is ticking and it's a case of no one can really help him at this point. You know, and it's a very annoying thing I find in a lot of media, how even to this day I feel like this logic still applies, which is why I'm even bringing it up at this point, but villains wanting help and never accepting the help from the heroes because pride, you know? Like Batman, Bruce, very clearly said at the start of this, you know, despite what you've done, help is still, you know, an option. Like, I'm still going to help you. If you want it, you know, the option, you know, for us to work together to find a cure is still there, and we're still for it. And Clayface is just like, no, I can do it on my own, despite accepting help from a scientist and whatnot. And it's like, it's just an angle I hate always, because there's just no logic reason to it. You know, it's just silly pride, but to the point to where they're desperate enough to get help from outside sources anyway. So it's like, well, why aren't you just accepting Batman's help? You know, I'd really like at least one time for someone we know that has faced off against Batman before to be at the point to where, even if it doesn't work out, they at least consider working with Batman or Bruce Enterprises, you know, to get that help. You know, we've seen Bruce help some people here and there, but again, no one we're familiar with anyway, you know, so it is a shame. And the closest we've ever had to that so far is Penguin. You know, so it's pretty sad, you know, it's definitely pretty sad, and Clayface is like one of the only true villains in this show of superpowers anyway, so that would really be an interesting dynamic to see how that would actually work. But that might be all for not now, because it feels like we might have actually just been done with Clayface now. That did feel like an appropriate character death, given they didn't show him for so long. When we knew he was still around and kicking, I doubt to think we're ever gonna see him again in this continuity of just the animated series of what that timeline covers. Maybe he comes back later in the crossover stuff, but you know, I feel like we're kind of done with Clayface as a whole now for this particular, you know, series. It felt like that was kind of, you know, the true ending to Clayface there. If he did die, if he didn't, he comes back a long time from now. It's possible, but I don't think we're ever going to see Clayface again at this channel. But yeah, you know, it was still fun. You know, I had a lot of fun with this one. Obviously, it's another sad case of, you know, Bruce trying to help and unfortunately not working out. And this was like one of the more direct ones. Given that Clayface, again, doesn't have a human model, they can be a bit more creative with how they want to take him out of the series. And obviously, you know, if it's not human, you can kill it on screen and get away with it. Well, I guess unless you're an animal as well, that's a bit dark. But if it's a mutated monster or a robot, you can kill it on screen and get away with this, get away with it just fine. So that's kind of what we got from here. But yeah, it was a fun episode. So this is it. This is it, everybody. One episode to go. And we are done with Season 1. This behemoth of a season. Jesus Christ. And the rest of the show is just small potatoes in comparison. We're at episode 65. What are they going to do for this final episode of this season? I don't know how the hell this show was even, like, produced or ordered. I don't even know if they thought they'd have a 65-episode season or if they just go without seasons. So maybe this isn't going to be a big episode. Maybe they were just like, oh, well, I guess we have a season finale to do, and this is just it. But anyway, guys, let's begin the Season 1 finale of Batman the Animated Series in 3, 2, 1, and play. So who or what have we got this time? The Worry Men. Cool.
Hello, Gotham. I'm home.
Alright.
Monica, darling, you look smashing.
How did you like the rainforest?
The food was appalling. The accommodations were non-existent.
So an adventure and explorer.
The size of my trust fund. But seriously, it's important we all do our part to preserve those precious resources.
You would get along with Ivy quite well.
Celebrating without a care in the world.
I think it's great that Veronica's finally doing something worthwhile.
Veronica.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bruce. The securities business has been kind of rough lately. A lot of late hours, you know. Seems all I do is worry about how to get my company through one more day.
Worries, Hayden? I have the cure for that.
I'm a little old for dolls, don't you think?
Nice face.
Not these dolls. They're worry men from Central America. Legends say you tell them your problems, then put them under your pillow at night. They'll do your worrying for you while you sleep. And when you wake up, poof, your problems are gone.
Interesting
Oh, come on,
concept.
Ronnie. You're the last one I think would fall for some ancient tribal hoodoo.
Don't
Well,
be so smug,
you never
Brucey.
know.
When I was in the jungle, I saw some things you'd never believe.
Even if they're not real, they help for the people of the past. Oh, crap. You're just dressed slightly less appropriately than Batman.
And I tell you, I
But only
haven't
slightly.
had a bad night's sleep since my trip.
Well, it sounds great to me.
In fact, the little darlings work their magic for me all day long.
Damn, you're really trying to load Bruce up.
Aren't they precious? I just couldn't get along
Well,
without
thanks
them.
for everything, Ron, but I've got a few more rounds to make.
If ever someone led a worry-free life, it's you, Bruce Wayne.
Maybe the Wayne does, but not the Bat. And even then, most of the villains at this point have targeted Bruce in some way.
Party crasher.
Nice outfit.
Nasty toy.
Nice.
Ready to call it a night?
Damn. Being a little quippy, honestly, this episode. I dig it. I like it. Damn. Oh yeah, he's very well equipped for the likes of, well, I guess you. Really anyone at this point, he's getting better at that. Yeah. I was thinking, was that gonna bump into the torch and catch fire? But I guess not. How long does that grappling hook go? Quite lucky. Are we one
Tell
with
me,
the
Alfred,
spider? What
what's
the
an ancient
hell?
Mayan witch doctor doing on a Gotham skyscraper?
This isn't one of those Riddler questions, is it?
No, but it's just as confusing.
Thank God.
There's someone new in town using Mayan tribal gimmicks in his crimes. Blowguns, stone weapons.
Voodoo dolls?
Oh, that's some party favor from Veronica's party. They're supposed to take away your worries while you sleep.
Imagine that. What some overworked souls will do to get a good night's rest. Still, every little bit helps.
Yeah. If anyone needs it, it's the boy, the Bat, the Dark Knight himself. Even the Knight deserves to have a nice dream every once in a while.
Mr. Wayne, but this one really takes the cake.
Morning, Dana.
Oh, I gotta go. Bye-bye.
Someone's a little chirpy.
Sometimes I forget how beautiful Gotham can be.
You're in fine spirits, I must say.
Good night's sleep, and I'm ready to take on the world. You got everything all right?
Yes, I followed your message to the letter. But I can't help wondering what...
Thank you.
Yeah, a little too chirpy, my man. All that mental resistance and one night's sleep is enough to push you off the game. So it's more like a form of mind control, I guess. Or he's just giving basic instructions on what they should do.
I know it's your company, Mr. Wayne, but $20 million, man, that's a lot of money.
Ooh!
Yes, it is. What's your point?
Oh, in one
Well,
suitcase.
I sure feel uncomfortable walking around with all that cash in a tiny little briefcase.
Dana, I'm sorry. I'm not following this. What cash? What briefcase?
Wow.
$20 million you told me to put in a briefcase for you.
You're not making any sense.
Okay.
The $20 million I told you to put in a briefcase?
You called me from your car, gave me your account number, told me to transfer $20 million in cash, and I...
Yep. That's my money!
Hey! 20 million of my money in that case?
I hope you're not going to take it out of my salary.
I'm surprised you can fit 20 mil in a single suitcase, to be honest. I know America's got like 100 bills. Do they have $1,000 bills?
Since this morning, Mr. Sloan. If it wasn't you, then who? But I don't know, I tell you. I don't know. Why would I do it? Why? That was the scene today as broker Hayden Sloan was arrested on charges of embezzlement. Sloan joins the growing list of wealthy Gothamites who, for reasons unknown, have pilfered their own companies for a combined total of $100 million.
Good lord.
Unbelievable. And you have no clue how this could have happened?
I do now. Each of us was a guest at Veronica Vreeland's party. If there are answers, she's got them.
Alfred unintentionally fucked him over. Oh, that's so sad. Bro just wanted Bruce to get a good night's sleep and then, bam, lost him 20 mil.
Miss Vreeland?
Huh? Batman?
Let me help you with your bag.
No, you stay back. This is mine, you hear? Mine.
I know it's yours. What were you planning to do with it?
I have to throw it overboard because... Excuse me, I don't feel very well.
Yeah, look at the hair.
Care to explain these?
My jewels! How did they get here?
Don't you remember?
No, everything's a blank.
Good lord. What a cruel way to go out.
Leave him alone, you swine! Please?
You wouldn't hit a girl, would you?
My therapist's never going to believe this. And I thought you were supposed to take away my worries. Well, say goodbye, you troublesome little trinkets.
Wait, these dolls. Where did you get them?
From a craftsman at a small village. A funny little man in a giant straw hat.
Oh, that sounds credible.
An Englishman?
Why, yes.
And he suggested giving the dolls to your society friends.
What, are you psychic too?
Just picking up on the pattern.
So you have no idea how terrible I feel to have played a part in this.
Neither you nor Veronica could have known that hidden within each doll was a tiny microchip designed to stimulate a sleeper's brain waves and make them susceptible to hypnotic suggestion.
Creating a radio receiver of sorts out of an entranced human mind?
It's pretty cool. Pretty epic. Hardcore. Nice.
And who knows how to warp the human mind better than Jervis Tetch, the man.
Oh. So we are reconnecting this to an old villain.
He chortled in his joy. It's sheer brilliance. A wonderland of treasures all.
That could buy you a lot of girls, my man.
Simpering elite. And now come the famous Vreeland jewels to...
I don't remember how long it's been exactly since Mad Hatter.
How dare you return empty-handed?
But he's not someone we use very much.
Batman showed up and...
Batman? You insufferable fools! You can't even handle one man dressed up like a flying mouse?
Well, you can't either. You've lost quite a few times yourself.
You've graciously left part of your cloak behind as Batman's invitation to waltz right into our midst. Bah! And that's just what he'll do, won't he? Yeah, of course he will. And far be it from me to disappoint him when he arrives.
Hey, they colored your teeth white there. Oh my god, he's got fucking... Oh, that's epic. He's got fucking, like, models of all the villains. Joker, Ivy, even Clayface was in there. Two-Face. I think... Wait, was Catwoman in there? Let's show those. Yep. Alright. Interesting. Okay, we don't have Joker. Scarecrow, Two-Face, Clayface. Somehow he knows about Clayface. Mr. Freeze, that's a callback, and Catwoman. Very interesting models there, and surprisingly, you're missing out, like, the two best ones. You're missing a certain Joker and a certain Jester. What the hell?
As you predicted, sir, the computer has identified this scrap of artificial fur as a type used in theatrical productions, which would make its most probable source of origin
The Great Eastern Costume Company. It's been closed for years, making it a perfect hideout for the Mad Hatter.
They really gotta start using these spaces they open up, because, like, every villain hideout is always just some shitty abandoned place. Nowadays, we just turn those into the same copy-paste clothes shops over and over.
I knew you were coming, so I thought I'd have some of the old chaps round to make you feel at home.
Very creepy. Nice. I didn't even think of Penguin for some reason.
How is Batman like a donut shop? They're both filled with holes.
There she is! So he's definitely been doing his little research on the villains, which is pretty fun. And the starring act, a Joker! Yeah, that's pretty much how he treats her regularly.
Whoops. Should have warned you, old boy. That lot's real.
Damn. Damn, you jumped him and still lose!
Delightful! Oh, quite a bonus to add to my already substantial collection.
You disappoint me, Tetch. For all your brilliance, you've become just another thief.
You make it sound so common. Well, actually, Batman, you'll be happy to know you're witnessing my retirement from crime. See, after my recent release from Arkham, I vowed to leave Gotham and
Arkham?
wicked ways behind me. You perhaps buy a little island somewhere and open a sunbonnet shop. Oh, but islands, even little ones,
Cost dough.
cost money. Lots of money. And then I heard of Ms. Reeland's well-publicized trek into the rainforest.
It feels like he's been animated here at a different frame rate, honestly. He looks very animated there.
Investing what limited funds I had, I managed to follow dear Ronnie into the forest where, at a small native village, she made the acquaintance of my specially created worrymen. Though I can't take complete credit, I provided the microcircuitry, of course. But my good friend here supplied the dolls. Can you believe it? He was just an honest native craftsman until I changed his mind about helping me.
Wow.
Those others are riffraff culled out of various Gotham Street gangs. Gutter trash of no great importance.
Well, let's. I'd keep your mouth careful, my man.
Souvenir to mark the occasion. No matter. I have a better way to remove that nasty old cowl.
It's definitely an easy way for sure, if you can get him in.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's gonna break him out.
What's going on? How'd I get here?
Oh, you're a clever one. But I will not be denied. As the great Lewis Carroll said,
Yeah, the funny thing is that even if they're just riffraff from Gotham, they'd probably be pretty alright with this scenario of Batman being sliced up.
and with its head, he went galumphing back.
What? Come on!
Stop! I command you!
So, we're gutter trash, are we?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who's calling the shots now?
Keep that mouth closed.
Yes, stop.
Leave him to the police.
Thank you, you generous, forgiving,
And they're just gonna...
noble fool.
He's
Stand back, all of you.
just gonna fucking go with that?
But not before I sew up one last loose end. What?
Wow. You haven't really learned how this works, have you? He really just left. Or maybe not. You wanted the cowl off so badly? Well, there you have it. Damn it! He had a spare.
Tomorrow, this all goes back to the company. Minus the cost of a plane ticket home for our kidnapped doll maker.
I must
Nice.
say, after all the Hatter put him through, that fellow showed remarkable restraint.
When everything was said and done, all the shaman really wanted was to go home. In fact, I hear he even sent the Hatter a farewell gift. Something to ensure that Jervis Tetch only dreams of a good, honest life from now on.
Hey! Masterfully crafted, by the way. It's kind of weird, right? Because I don't fully... I'm trying to think of him again. I don't know if I'd say he's necessarily someone I'd be putting in Arkham. Like, again, he's very much an incel, and obviously he went full yandere for Alice, but I don't know if I'd really say he's of such delusion where he really would need to be in Arkham with, you know, with the likes of Joker, with Maximilian, with Two-Face, and even then, I don't think Ivy really deserves to be in there either. You know, basic therapy, I'd say, is the kind of stuff for those two, whereas everyone else does need, like, the bumped up kind of help. But yeah, I guess Arkham works for him as well, but he's a super genius, to be fair, so I mean, you know, it definitely works. But yeah, that was a fun episode. I mean, like I said, Mad Hatter's reign was pretty fun. It didn't give off any kind of season finale kind of vibes, but at this point, with how long the season was, I almost wonder if the, you know, if the writers and whatnot even knew where they would have a season to begin with, and as a result didn't write something like grand to make it to fill the spot, you know, because this absolutely didn't feel it. This just felt like any regular episode of the animated series at this point. Not that that's a bad thing, you know, because I did enjoy it, you know, I did have my fun with this one, but it didn't really set itself apart from the others, is what I'm saying here. But yeah, like I said, it was still a fun adventure with the Mad Hatter, with Batman, of course, and whatnot, and I had fun. So yeah, that is all 65 episodes of the first season. That was crazy. Like I said, hopefully the rest goes a lot more smoothly. Obviously, we don't have nearly as much left to actually do as compared to this big season. Like, this really does stand out as how big it is. But yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying myself in the animated series so far. It's been really fun. It's been cool. I wish some characters were used a little more than others, especially for how long we actually have. But I still had fun, you know. And like I said, guys, the next video should be the official movie, which I believe is called Mask of the Phantasm. And yeah, after that we'll begin season 2, and it should be fun. So yeah, I'm not even really treating this like a proper season finale. It just feels more like an end of a set, really, at this point. But yeah, hope you guys had fun, and next time I'll see you with the Batman animated series movie, which should be fun. I'll see you guys then.